Welcome back to TinyBlueGames. My name is, of course, Csaw or Chris, and today we're talking about Final Fantasy XIV in 2021. Today we are taking our first steps into Stormblood, which is going to be super exciting. I wanted to do this as a live recording just because there's probably going to be a lot of cutscenes, and I kind of want to get my initial reactions to the new zones, the new story, the new characters. As we progress through the expansion, I plan to do more of the kind of story summary type videos with some live recordings mixed in for dungeons and other stuff to kind of try and keep the pace that we were setting near the end of Heavensward content and continue that on into this next chapter of our journey. Just before we dive in, though, I wanted to give a quick shout out to ExitLag. I've mentioned this a few times on the channel. We are partnered with them, so you can find a referral link in the description below, and you can use the code CSAW to get 20% off your order if you are interested in using their services. ExitLag just helps reduce your ping in games like Final Fantasy XIV, and they do have a 3-day free trial to try out the services before you even need to pay anything. So you can see if it does work for you, and if it doesn't, that's fine too. So I just wanted to give them a quick shout out, but let's jump into the rest of the video. Let's talk to our good friend Alphino beyond the Great Wall. Alphino is a man with a great deal on his mind. That seems to be the case every expansion.
The question is, how will the Empire respond to the disappearance of Omega and the Primal?
That's a good question.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Forgive me. Word from Baelsar's wall is proving long in the coming, and my mind cannot help but stray to grim places.
Yep. I feel like Tataru always has news for us.
It's about time. Pray summon the others at once.
We just happened to be here right at the right time.
Sir.
Seems to be how things work for us.
General Uldin reports that his forces have secured the breach in Baelsar's wall.
Ooh, that's good.
And what of the Primal and Omega?
There is still no sign of either at this time. He writes that they will begin a more thorough investigation shortly.
The Primal and the Omega robot have definitely teamed up, and they're going to be like a combined force eventually.
And, as expected, he wishes to petition the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Yay, that's us.
As expected.
The Alliance's decision to capture a part of Baelsar's wall is open to interpretation.
The wall serves to demarcate Imperial territory, Alamigo included, from the rest of Eorzea. To an observer, the Alliance's actions could be seen as a prelude to invasion.
Indeed. And the Alliance leaders have no wish to be branded invaders.
You're saying they won't fight for Alamigo? Even after everything that's happened?
Not without the consent of her people, no. Make no mistake, Lise. The Alliance is in complete agreement that the Empire must be purged from Eorzea. However, they will not set foot in Gyr Abania until they have formally secured the consent and cooperation of the Alamigan opposition.
I feel like Lisa's going to be a lot more active in the story for this expansion, which is really exciting. Something about removing her mask has really
They would have us act as
allowed her
intermediaries.
to be more involved.
Precisely. The Scions are uniquely qualified to serve in this capacity. That is to say, Lise's, given her personal connection to the Resistance. Who better than you to broker an agreement between the Alliance and the people of Alamigo? Assuming you are willing, of course.
Of course I am. You know I'd like nothing more.
As for who should accompany you on said diplomatic mission, I had a mind to volunteer myself.
Ooh.
Well, that covers the talking part. You just know there'll be trouble along the way. Are you available?
We do the fighting, Alphino does the talking, that's how it is. As if you had to ask.
Thanks. It means a lot knowing you'll be there.
I too shall accompany you. Such endeavors are seldom hampered by a surfeit of healers.
Good point. Allow me to offer my services as well.
Ooh, Kral's coming along.
I have spent quite enough time here of late, so I'll be coming.
Okay,
but we
so
will need someone to keep an eye on
everyone's up
things.
is coming. I'm guessing Tatura.
I trust you have no objections.
None, my lady. Gladly shall I continue to serve as caretaker of the Waking Sands, and there keep watch for signs of primal and Ascian activity both.
As capable as my learned friend undoubtedly is, there are some troubles that may prove too much for a single scion, on account of which I mean to stay.
I was thinking. So I wonder if this is like, if this is just for this next mission, or are we kind of carving out which part of the Scions are coming into Stormblood? Because that, I mean, essentially happened for Heavensward, kind of different because they like were presumed missing or dead. But I wonder if that's going to happen here.
It is settled then. Let us each see to our preparations.
Going to be a different set of characters that we're involved with. I kind of think that would be cool because they can kind of keep things fresh each expansion with that. And it's a pretty like big assortment of characters. If you have too many characters on the go, it gets kind of confusing. Got like a very different music to it. Where are we off to? Just where we were.
Ready, my friend? Well then, Tataru, I leave the rising stones in your capable hands.
Don't worry, Alphino. I'll see that the place is still standing when you come back.
Sounds lonely.
Mistress Y'shtola has unfolded all. You are bound for Gyr Abania?
Aye. The Alliance would have us make contact with the Alamegan resistance as soon as possible.
It begins then. As soon it shall in Doma, if the gods are good. 'Tis but a pity it must be now. I am sorry that we shall not be present to fight beside you in the battles to come.
You have stood with us countless times, Lady Yugiri. Pray do not apologize.
Then let us thank you instead. You and yours stood with us from the first, when we came to this land as refugees in search of sanctuary. Loath am I to think what might have become of my people, had you not extended to us the hand of friendship. We will never forget. This I solemnly swear.
Much has changed since first you set foot on these shores. Revenant's toll stands as a testament to that. I'm sure your people will manage in your absence.
Indeed. They have built a new home for themselves and no longer need me to shepherd them. The time has come for Kozetsu and I to return to our master, to our home.
I mean, didn't he just arrive here?
It's time I went home too.
Though our battlefields be 1,000 mounds apart, our purpose is one. That all men hearken to the clarion call of freedom, of liberation, from Eorzea to the far east, that they may rise up and cast down the curse of Garlemald.
Take care, you hear me? When all of this is over, we're going to celebrate, together. Just you wait.
I should like that very much. Fare you well.
The little wave. Oh, 1,000 realms apart, yet united in purpose. Let us pray both our endeavors meet with success. Shall we then? It's weird that this last line couldn't have been voiced. Wait, not just yet. I knew I'd forgotten something important. Lise, could you come with me? She got an outfit. Me? What? Now? Alright, then, if you insist. Like her happy dance. Yep, it's always an outfit. What do you think? As you can see, I designed it to be light and loose, an outfit tailored made to the needs of a skilled fighter like Lise. Your work never ceases to impress. Much more of this, and I may have to stop introducing you as the Scion's receptionist and start referring you to as our permanent seamstress. I feel like it's rough that he's introducing her as a receptionist. It's lovely, Tataru. Thank you. I feel like I could take on a legion. I'm glad you like it, and with that, I delay you no longer. Safe travels. Then onward to Gyr Abania. Our first stop will be at Amarethix's Spire in the East Shroud. You can tell that the names of places are still my biggest difficulty. Probably names of places, the names of people. Alrighty. Really enjoy just having a random mount whenever. It's kind of fun. All are present and accounted for. When you are ready, my friend, pray inform the officer that you wish to proceed to Gyr Abania. Let's do this. Ah, the Scions of the Seven Dawn. We were told to expect you. Shall I summon someone to escort you to the wall? Let's do it. Here it is. Gyr Abania, the Fringes. Is it gonna be an intro cutscene? Oh, this is weird. Okay. Is this us traveling? It was an interesting traveling cutscene.
I remember crossing the border, standing in Gyr Abania once more. Me and my fellow Scions, the warrior of light among us.
So this is from Lisa's narration now, which is cool.
Behind us, Baelsar's wall cutting the land in two. Freedom on one side, tyranny on the other. Tyranny and the promise of a new beginning. But one that could only be bought with flames and blood.
Oh my god, Stormblood. We're bringing the blood. Wow, fancy. All right, we are here. Where? Let's look at the map. Where are we? So we're, yeah, in this new area. All the way over here. Very cool. Let's go ahead and grab this. Music's nice. Nods all around. Even a double nod. Da-do-do. I'm gonna have to get used to the new sound for the quests. Oh, a quest from Lise. Lise is eager to leave Castrum Oriens. Okay. As you've probably heard, there are plenty of factions in the Resistance, so I'm taking us to see the one with the most influence. Their headquarters are located in a place called Rhalgr's Reach, an old temple to the east of here across the Veladinian River. I learned a route that should allow us to avoid Imperial patrols. Stick with me, and we'll be there before you know it. Boom, boom. All right. Oh, it's like actually real close. You discovered a new location. Oh man, look at this thing. It's like a big tree. That's cool. We might have to do a zone overview. Oh, I'm already getting attacked. Just gonna run for my life. Run away! Alright, we're good. Still with me? Good. From here we will head northeast towards the river. The water's not too deep, so we won't have to swim. Okay. It's a nice river. I don't see any soldiers. Good, let's cross. You're wondering about the tower to the south. Yeah, I am now. That's pretty cool. Wow, it's quite a big tower. It's part of Castrum Veladinia. That's what the Imperials decided to call the old bridge after they fortified it. I call it a great big eyesore. Honestly, you can see the rotten banner from absolutely miles away. They never miss a chance to rub our noses in it, do they? Come on, we should keep moving. Someone wants to... I'm betting we're gonna like take down that tower at some point. We just need to go across, it looks like. So it's... Oh, it's actually pretty far this time. It looks like a big alligator. It's coming to get me. Oh god. We're here. On the other side of this pass is Rhalgr's Reach. I really hope I'm saying that right. So you say, but all I see are rocks. I presume there is some sort of trick to this. Indeed, a glamour. Good eye, Y'shtola. I take it they have a talented mage in their ranks, or mayhap an artificer trained in the modification of glamour prisms? Something like that. The important thing is that it fools the Garleans. Oh, before we go in, I don't know if Totterid told you, but my friend Nago, the messenger who came to the Rising Stones, is a member of this faction. So they know us. They shouldn't attack us on sight. That said, they can be a bit jumpy, so let me lead the way and don't go reaching for your weapons or anything. We're like, oh no. And with a sprinkle of demasking dust, all is laid bare. Okay. Interesting. We're gonna go, Lise? Is it just this way, I assume? Am I crazy? I think it's just through here. Yeah. Rhalgr's Reach. Like how hesitant we all are.
I remember the old stories. How the Breaker of Worlds came down from on high and cleft the earth with a single blow.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Rhalgr's Reach. A holy place, and a fitting home for the Resistance. For the brave and the true. The loyal sons and daughters of Alamigo.
The statue's crazy. This isn't the statue they were fighting on, I don't think, though.
They were waiting for us there. Men and women whose souls still cried out for what was lost. For what could be ours again.
So this is going to be like our new home base kind of thing, like the Rising Stone or whatever. I wonder. Conrad. You'll forgive us our precautions, but we couldn't be sure who had crossed the barrier. We see you now for who you are, though, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Da-do-do-do. Conrad knows the purpose of your visit and would like to give you a proper welcome. Oh, that's nice of him. Now I know you've come, you would not have come all this way unless you had something important to discuss. I'm eager to hear what it is you have to say. But let's not do this on our doorstep. Come with me. Get a grand welcoming. I like that about this. Let's take a little bit of a look around. Oh, this is nice. Look at these tents. So this must be kind of where you can, so script exchange, collectible appraiser, splendors bender. That's a fun word. Oh, I can't talk to them yet. Okay. Material supplier. Oh, let's grab this shard and attune ourselves. I'm gonna be good about this and get every single one of these that I see this time around. This is really quite nice. I love the sound of the waterfalls in the background. This is beautiful. This must be like the command tent. I'm gonna just stand on the table like I do. It's my best angle to talk to people. Hey, I'm supposed to be on the table?
Allow me to welcome you once more to Rhalgr's Reach, our humble headquarters. My name is Conrad Kemp, and I have the dubious honor of overseeing operations here.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Kemp. I am Alphino Leveilleur, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, as are my comrades. Before I speak of our purpose here, pray allow me to thank you for sheltering Ida, forgive me, Lys, and Papalymo at great risk to yourselves.
No, there's no need for that. They risked their necks for us enough times. 'Twas the least we could do.
I wanted to, I mean, about the mask and...
Don't fret over that. You're not the first person to take up arms against the Empire under a false name. We'd do the same if we had any sense. My condolences for your loss, child.
Papalymo laid down his life to save us, to give us a chance to make a better future for ourselves. There will never be a better time to drive the Garleans from our lands. But we have to take the lead on this. We can't leave it to fanatics like Ilberd.
I like fanatics like Ilbred. They get stuff done. You know, it's not necessarily good stuff. But say what you will about most people. Most people could not get a hold of 2 Dragon Eyes and summon one of the most powerful primals that they could. So he gets stuff done. Just not good stuff.
More than a few of our people were taken in by his promises. Followed him all the way to the wall. Good men and women who never came back. When Monago told us what had happened, how the bastard had made sacrifices of them for his twisted ritual, by Rhalgr it filled me with an unholy fury. But what's done is done.
What's done is done.
Best we can do now is see that it wasn't all in vain.
That is why we are here today, sir. To see that some good comes of this tragedy. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, we do hereby extend a formal offer of military assistance to the Alamegan resistance.
Nice.
Do you now? Well, go on then. I'm sure there's more to it than that.
And then they just do it silently. I like that.
So that's the way of it, eh? The Alliance, hoping to avoid a direct confrontation with the superior forces of the Empire, wishes to engage them by proxy with our vastly inferior ones.
Doesn't sound like he loves it. Doesn't sound like he's sold.
My comrades and I must confer on your proposal. A moment, if you please.
Sounds like a hard note.
Of course, Master Camp. Take all the time you require.
We're just gonna wait for him. Okay. Alrighty, I think I want to pause this video here. I wanted to keep it pretty quick and just really give an introduction to Stormblood, capturing kind of my first impressions of the zone, of the new characters, and how the story starts. And then as we progress through, as I mentioned at the start of this video, I'll probably try and shift back to the style of video where I do a sort of a story summary mixed with some different live moments if it's a dungeon or a particularly important cutscene to keep us moving at a pretty good pace. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing the next one. Thanks for watching.